Going to change a couple tires today on the truck. This one will still pass inspection, but we got a nationwide inspection coming up first week of June, and this is the weekend before that, so I want to be ready. This tire here, if I caught a inspector on a bad day, he could probably find an excuse to fail me on this one. But this one is still good, but I'm going to save this one. I got 2 tires from the tire guy at my job. He got me 2 used tires right there. They're in decent shape, gave me a real good deal on them. And I got a wheel here, so I'm going to put one of those tires on this wheel and the other one on the wheel that this tire is on. We'll just save that one as a spare that's ready to go, keep it full. This wheel has been sitting outside for a while, so I'm going to change the stem on it. First thing I'm going to do, I already cleaned the thing up pretty much with a wire brush and a scraper and an air hose. I'm going to go ahead and change the stem and then change the tire. I guess I better show what I'm doing, changing the stem. Nothing to it, just a 9/16 wrench and a nut. It's pretty self-explanatory. Take it off. I was looking for some grommets. I can't find them. I have a bag of grommets somewhere. I was going to just replace the grommet on the old stem, but I seem to have misplaced it. I need some other stuff from the tire supply, so I'll place an order. I already got the old one off of there and kind of cleaned up the hole a little bit. I'm going to stick the new one through there. Pull the nut off, and then this little washer here. Put that in there. If it'll go. If it doesn't go, then I might have to either put some lube on it or get the stem out of the grommet. I'm going to go ahead and get that grommet off of there, and then push the grommet in. Then I'll just push this threaded part back through the grommet. Okay, I got the grommet off now. I'll put my washer back on with the concave side towards the wheel, and then the nut. Thread it on there and tighten it down. You don't tighten it down super tight, just use common sense. Because the tighter you tighten it, the more stress and strain you're putting on the grommet, and you're crushing it to the point you might break it. So just tighten it down until it snugs down pretty good. You can always tighten it again later if it leaks, but it's not going to. Got that on there. Now I'm going to bend that to kind of follow the curve that was in the other one so that it's easier to put air in it. This one had a curve like so. I'm just going to take this little small pipe wrench, put it on there, and just bend it a little bit so that it's easier to get to it through that hole. Put air in it. This wheel's been sitting outside a long time, so I'm just going to take a wet rag, and I already went around it with a wire brush and an air hose, but I just feel better if I go around it a little bit more with a wet rag. It's more important that we're clean and have decent surface right in here than it is up here where this long brown line of rust is, because that's outside. This is inside. That's where the rubber of the tire is pressing against that and needs to have an airtight seal. So if any of this is messed up bad, it needs to be cleaned, like sanded down and maybe put a little dab of paint on it or something before you, and let it dry before you put it together, or even just some glue. And I'm talking about silicone glue is what I use on that when I put it back together with a little glue on the rust. I didn't mean Elmer's glue or anything like that. Now I'm ready to put this thing back together, put a tire on it. I'm about out of tire lube. It's what's in that soap bottle right there. I don't have very much left. Tried to get some through the tire guy on my job, but he just uses soapy water. I like the tire lube better, but that's all I got left, and it comes in a paste form in a bucket, and it is water soluble. But you can throw some in with some water and shake it up and mix it up, and works real good. But that's all I got left. Just barely enough to, if I don't get this job done with that, I'll just have to use soap and water for the rest of it. If it works for the tire man, it'll work for me. I got 5 fingers on each of my hands like he does. So I'm going to go ahead and lube up a tire and put it on. These tires might be a little crusty on the rim. I better clean it off first. I didn't realize that. A lot of times that'll just fall right on there. Not doing it yet. You have to take a tire tool in there and help it. Gonna be some stiff tires. At least it's warm out, so I think my last tire video it was very cold. And I had a real stiff tire that really fought with me. One of my first videos about 1.5 years ago. A lot of tire guys out here like to tell me everything I'm doing wrong, but they don't have one single video to show me what I'm doing wrong, so I don't care. It works. There we go. I got a neighbor playing music. That might cause me copyright issues. I've already had that happen before. The music in the background. Hope they don't do that to me. I'll try to talk over it. But hopefully the computer won't know. Well, it's not going to take air. Got to pull the valve core out. We got it to start taking air. Pulling the valve core out. Alright, we'll let that fill up, and I'm going to take the other ones off. I'm ready to pick this thing up. It's already picked up, and get those tires off. Since we're just working on the back end, one axle. Well, it's got two axles, but we're just lifting the back end axle. That can be done with a regular floor jack. This is a 3-ton jack from Harbor Freight that I've been giving a plug on pretty regular because I'm real happy with it for the price. It's up. I can't really turn it because its parking brakes are on. Got the wheels blocked. Got a chock right there and another one up in the front wheel. So I'm going to use my Ingersoll Rand 3/4 inch drive with a 1/2 inch air hose. I use a 3/8 inch air hose for filling tires and all the smaller air tools. Use the big 1/2 inch one for this thing here and for sandblaster and other things that require a lot of volume. Got those all off of there. I did it while the compressor was running. I didn't want to run the video with the compressor hammering away. I'm going to go ahead and take that valve core out, and I use this little tool here just in case somebody doesn't know. You can get these in the auto parts store. Take the cap off and just screws right in there, takes the valve core out. When you break a tire down, you always got to start with the face side down. You want it to look like a bowl on top. I take that back. Normally, I let the air out of it with this side up, valve stem facing up while the air is coming out. I'll break this side down. But I didn't do it this time. I left it standing up when I took the air out. So you gotta break this side down first. And for those of you that want to comment on me not having a tire breaking hammer, you can buy me one and send me one. I'll be happy to receive it. This video is for people that want to do things at home and learn how to do it at home with what they got. That's why I just use a regular sledgehammer. Works just fine. On that. I'm not going to put a whole lot because I don't have very much, and I'll just run it in there with my fingers and around the wheel. Stand on this side so that it goes inside the bead of the tire. Will go right inside this part of the wheel, except over on this side where I'm standing. Don't know what I'm getting on camera. Looks like I'll be in there a little bit. Usually one tire tool's enough, but not always. I just let the weight of it come back out of there for me. Might stick 2 tools in there. Now, professional tire shops very rarely do this, but I do. Professional tire shops get all of their work brought to them. They don't have to go anywhere. If they do, they got a full service tire truck. Well, I gotta find somewhere to go. And I gotta drive there, I gotta get there with a tire that's leaking. So, nobody's gonna bring it to me at my convenience. So I'm gonna clean this wheel off. All this crusty stuff that I can feel with my fingertips going around there. One of the first of our warmer days this season. I'm sweating, haven't done that in 6 months. Sweat dripping in my eyes. I really don't mind. Ready to fill it up. Get back on camera either after it's done filling, or if I have trouble filling it, then I'll show you how I get it done. This tire is too flat on the sides. It's not going to touch the wheel on both sides at the same time, so I am going to have to blast air in it. I'm going to get my blast tank out.